scenario.
Sorry. Who sucks? I want to say. I want to get on the same page of who sucks. You know? Oh, that does suck. Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of Here's the Scenario, a positivity podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michael Shane Cannon. With me, as always,
Brendan Sagalow, and also
Mike Feeney.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't been here in a while, and it's because we haven't. We haven't been here in 2 weeks.
It kind of felt like we were in Boston for 7 years.
Yeah, it felt. I mean, the four of us were there, and that in and of itself felt like we lived there then.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was beautiful, but that's not what this podcast is about. This is a hypothetical-based podcast. We do what-if scenarios, would you rathers, all the fun stuff that you, the listeners, submit. Go to here'sthescenario.com. That gives you the information for all of our social media and our email. All that stuff is located there. Submit your questions if you want to be a part of the show. We're the most interactive podcast out there, and I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I really do like this show.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
Yeah.
We both have haircuts. You look great.
Thanks, pal.
Did you just get a new haircut?
Mm-hmm.
I like how you didn't go full skin. Are you doing like a different thing now?
In the winter, I like to leave it a little long, you know? I just don't want to feel the cold too much.
How often do you change up like a haircut? Because this is new for me, this haircut.
It's good. I told you it's
I
like very G-easy.
I was gonna say I like the Spanish flavor of it. That it's like long and then it's like extra short skinned.
Yeah, this is my skinny guy hair.
I mean, well, yeah, and also, the mid fade. It there's something a bit more grown about it. I mean, you are a Seattle woman typically with your high skin.
Yeah, I look like that stand-up comedian on the new Sex and the City show, Che, whatever. You know, Che Diaz.
Yes, I do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I think that's why I subconsciously changed it.
It's good though. It's grown, even though it's got the bleach. It's still you still look like a rapper.
That's so cool.
Looking out for you, buddy. You're welcome.
You know exactly how to get to my heart.
That's right. Oh, and a bone to pick before we get into the questions. I was just telling Nicole before we started, and wow, I can see you. I see you right through the sliver. That's
been
pretty
able
cool.
to see her, yeah.
Nicole really is Wilson from Home Improvement because I do see just the middle section out of 3 of her face.
Yeah, give us some advice. Give us your best advice right now.
Yeah, tell us about your dead wife.
Was that what it was?
I think so, right? He had to have a dead wife. I bet he killed her.
No woman would let him walk out of the house in that hat.
A bazinga.
Am I right, queens?
Kings of Queens. So you, last week, told me several times, you continued to hold on to it, that I was meaner, both personally and on the show, when Feeney was around.
Yeah.
Right? And that was more evident in that podcast. And I even felt bad about it. I apologized to you, not once, but twice.
Yeah.
When you brought it back up, even after the initial apology.
Okay. Is that the bone?
No. The bone, my friend, is that I actually listened to the show this morning. It's the one that just came out today. And it's 100% your fault.
Yeah, which we said. Which we said that night.
I know. I take back, I rescind both of my apologies and demand one.
I would like an apology for bringing this up a third time in Boston.
Yeah.
And implicating.
3
times plus Boston.
I brought it up in Boston?
On
mushrooms. In the cab. No, in the cab.
Somebody brought it up in Boston.
You brought it up in the cab, immediately and loudly. We apologized to the Uber driver like 6 times.
I did notice how upset that it was making you because Feeney was in the front of the Uber and he said something like really truthful to how you feel. You're like, blah, blah, blah. Then you just started staring out of the fucking. I haven't felt that since I went on a drive with my mom.
I was just gonna say that, like your dad just chimes in something that's life altering. You're like, no, I'll sit with that.
Yeah, you're like, seems like you're the only one that's been counting.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's you. You came out like a bad out of hell, R.I.P. Meatloaf, and instantly were aggressive and insulting towards me. And I even said that we had been getting along lately, and you were attacking.
Well, we talked about that night where you said it started from.
This is a recap podcast.
Yeah,
this is talking scenario.
We John Madden our own podcast.
Well,
so what you see here with the wide receiver out,
and Brendan should have went this way and out of their lives.
this way and out of their lives. Oh, insightful, John.
So, but what you said, you brought it up.
That night, when I was like, "You're a little meaner," you're a little meaner. You said you did it first, and I went, "That's true." Did that that happened, right?
No.
Really?
No,
that never happened. I remember going,
Crazy
"That's
loon.
true," but you fucking when that happens, you go in hard.
That's right.
That might have been the text.
No,
text message.
You guys texted about it too?
Well,
I
he
apologized to him 15 times because he was folding
Once
in on
or
himself
twice.
every time I saw him, and he was like
The parking
really,
garage.
I was
like
getting
really
mad.
hurt. He was
I was
very
getting
hurt.
The highlights from this week were very fun. Every single
Every
clip
single
ended,
one.
ended in a
That's-
terrible mood.
That's my argument, though. They all end in me being like, "God, jeez, man."
Well, you seemed like you were
Fatty
being
boom batty. I didn't even.
You laughed really hard at that.
Yeah. And you said it was a rap name. You sounded like a
Yeah, I said B Sags the God or whatever. What is it? SagdaddyDaGawd. I made it up.
Yeah, you
and
did.
AKA Fatty Boom Batty, which is a hilarious secondary rap name.
You know, sometimes I'm laughing, but really, this is my camera. I'm crying.
So
I mean, that was more or less. I'm just saying. I rescind. and
All right.
demand.
Well, I apologize
Okay.
for starting it and then also demanding more apologies.
I get it though, buddy. My last intention is to hurt anybody in this room.
Yeah.
I still haven't
Literally.
gotten an apology.
I will.
But you've had 3.
But I don't want
He's
to.
had 4.
I'm sorry, Feeney.
I don't-
I'm sorry I said that.
That is a way to start an episode. For longtime listeners, that's the first apology in any of our shows. Like from deep inside the rabbit hole.
No.
No.
There has never
No,
been an I'm sorry.
we are a great
No,
economic system because we have little
Economic.
economic.
No. Ecological?
Sure. We're
What are you trying to say?
Ecosystem.
Money?
We're a
Are
good
What he
we
wants.
money?
He wants ecosystem. But he said economic.
We're a good biodome, okay?
Yes.
Because we get along for 4 or 5 months. Someone says something a little too comfortable or familiar,
Sure.
and then we break down for like 2 weeks, apologize, back to the ship starting again.
Do we break down for 2 weeks?
Brendan does. He goes on the Sagalow sabbaticals.
Yeah,
as
that's
they're
right.
known.
You really go into the tank every once in a while and are just like, I'll emerge when I feel like.
Yeah, when I have readied.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you
there's-
really withhold. That's your thing. You
Yeah.
withhold.
If there's any,
And I am always accused of withholding.
That's right. Both of you. I guess I love people that withhold. My mother withheld.
and I don't want to withhold. I want to withhold you guys in my arms.
All right, let's get to the questions.
Yeah.
This is
many,
insane. This is
You said it
insane.
better.
many people have tuned out.
I disagree. I think this is compelling stuff.
All right.
The real show inside the show is our relationship.
Yes.
All right, first question. DJ Watts. Again, here's a scenario.com for all the info on how to send a question. Go to our Instagram, Scenario Pod. That's where we read most of them. DM us right there. You know, us personally, we have a lot of shit coming and going. So please just go to the show's Instagram. All right, so DJ Watts, each of you must set up the scenario using the other two. I don't know what that means, but it's tantalizing. Here's a scenario. It's quantum leap. Who would be the person leaping into random people to preserve different moments of history? Who would be the hologram to guide the leaper? And what's the leaper's first leap? There's an episode with a cold open where the main character leaps into a person with Down syndrome,
Oh, yeah.
looks into a
Seen that.
mirror and says, "I'm retarded." So let your imagination go.
That's where that's
wild.
from?
Yes. I didn't know that either
Wow.
until this moment. So that's that show.
Yeah. Quantum Leap.
What a high concept show for what was that, the 90s?
It felt
Early. I think
80s.
80s.
That's
felt
crazy.
Might have even been 70s.
That's pretty cool. That seems like it should be now. Like, did you guys see the
They should remake that.
the initial
up,
sequel to Cloverfield? Not the John Goodman one, the one that was on a spaceship.
Yeah.
It was similar to that, where it was like jumping dimensionally and certain things were happening, and then other people were coming in from secondary dimensions.
89. Oh, so it was 80.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
crazy.
that.
That's like peak cocaine, and they're thinking quantum leap.
Yeah, they took a big swing. I mean, that's crazy.
What a leap.
They took a big leap.
Who would be the person leaping into random people to preserve different moments of history? Who would we choose? So the trust, I mean, you're out.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
I-
I would purposely kind of.
You'd root one of us on.
I think Mike would be great at like telling the person where to go and what to do.
Yeah.
I think Brendan would do a good job at making sure Mike had like water and food and
I would be the
blunts
intern.
and- yeah, the PA.
Yeah.
And I think I could shapeshift into any
LA.
time period.
Leap
And
assistant.
what?
LA, leap assistant.
All right.
Yeah. So, and I think I would. I think of all of us could blend into any time period. And,
Yeah, I
like,
want
acclimate.
you. I want you in the body.
Yeah.
So this is tough because it also depends on what we're trying to maintain. Like, what are the moments? Because if it's a murder, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
Today.
But
if it's like something negotiable, like you have to negotiate, get in. If it's a wing eating competition,
yeah. I could do that.
I wonder if who would win actually.
Wing eating. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like
yeah,
you would
eat
win.
wings.
You eat
I-
fast.
you eat
You
real
eat
fast.
way
Yeah.
fast.
We should do that though.
Wow.
We should do a Patreon eating contest, like a hot dog eating contest.
I think we should still be doing the hot wings.
We're gonna.
Okay.
We do have to change the tier bonus thing. We haven't changed. We haven't.
What are we
updated
getting?
that.
Tattoos?
It's still.
It's
Yeah.
still tattoos.
I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah.
I got a guy.
I think we're close to it too. We're like dangerously close. Sign up to Patreon, patreon.com/scenariopod. Brendan and I will definitely go through with it. Feeney will call us idiots, and then
Yeah.
we'll have something permanent on our bodies.
Yeah, and then we'll look at it and go, "We are idiots."
As if it's gonna fit on our hand. I think it's a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be
It's
a
gonna
full
be
back
huge.
piece.
Yeah.
It'll be like Steve-O.
Oh
It has
my
to be
God.
like at least like 6 inches in either direction.
Definitely, we have to change that.
I do think Feeney nailed it. I
Yeah.
convoy on Feeney's
Me too.
answers. Okay, Ben Kozlake, nomad or homad. You choose to either settle in one house/apartment for the rest of your life or be forced to live 1 month at a time in a city and state before moving on to another city and state. You have to change states every month. I'm curious what Branders says because I feel like Cannon and Feeney have more tying them down to begin with. Let's pretend we have no responsibility. Like, let's pretend our families aren't around because that's an obvious anchor.
Yeah.
So let's say just by personality, what would we do? What would you do?
I don't think I can move around month to month.
Yeah.
But also, the house that I chose to live in would have to be incredibly comfortable. Something that I'm like, I never want to leave this place.
Mm-hmm.
Because moving around month to month, you might as well just be a fucking murderer at that point.
Month to month, moving all of your stuff at the first of the month is crazy. I think we should change it to like
A year.
6 months or a year.
Even once a year,
Is a
I would
lot.
not do that.
That
Yeah.
would be
Like I wouldn't
so
do it. I
exhausting.
can't, dude. I can't fucking move. It's like one of the worst
Yeah.
experiences I go through.
Even if
It
it's
sucks ass, dude.
I will say
That
this:
should tell
once
something.
a year sounds it still is a lot, but I like that is like a fantasy. Like I would love the idea of like traveling and like living in different cities and countries and like that to me
Yeah.
sounds awesome. Like that would be a thing that if I wasn't like a stand-up, like
Yeah.
that would like if I
Yeah.
didn't do stand-up what's anchoring me down is not Erica. She would travel with me. It's stand-up. Stand-up is
Totally.
ruining my
Stand up
life.
is the bitch I
Totally.
can't leave.
Yeah.
Because, and I was just thinking that too. If you're moving around, let's go back to month, like that can be doable, and you still could do stand up
Right.
realistically, but you're not building an audience.
Well, and that girl, but that woman that we met, she's
Yeah.
young, but we met her in North Carolina. She's literally a nomad.
Yeah.
Like she just travels. She doesn't live anywhere but her car and just kind of like goes from club to
Now
club.
that I don't like. I don't like the like nomad land, like living out of a van thing. Like
I understand why you did it in the 80s
yeah.
and the 90s, maybe pre-internet, but like right now, that doesn't sound like even
No.
like, I mean, if you want to do it, cool, like business or life experience. If you don't like being, stayed put, whatever, that's cool. But in terms of like trying to, rally an audience or get people behind you,
Exactly.
you're not really a door-to-door salesman anymore. You're kind of a phone-to-phone salesman.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and that's such a weird thing too. If you think about like all those people that are traveling all the time or backpacking, like money runs out. So they're either staying in like shit hostels or they're like having to get like terrible odd jobs.
She lived in
each
Thailand
city.
for a while, which sounded kind of cool.
Yeah,
but-
I mean Anthony DeVito lived in Hawaii just cuz, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like he just was like, I
Did he
just
really?
Yeah, he lived on the beach in Hawaii for like I think like a year
That
or
way
two.
he has a permanent tan.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that's why he's permanently chill. He's like, it changed his whole life. He was like an angry New Jersey kid before that.
Wow.
Hawaii does that though. I mean, I've said it before. I literally lucid dreamed for like 7 or 8 months after being in Hawaii for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I lucid dreamed throughout my stay. So I think it took me 5 days. And then for the 6 or 7 remaining nights that we had, I literally lucid dreamed every single night.
Wow.
It was crazy. And then when I got home, I would regularly lucid dream for the next 8 months. It's crazy. It's
2,000
not happening
Patreons,
here,
man. 2,000
what, you want to tap into my brain and watch me dream?
No. We'll go to Hawaii. But that would be cool.
That would be cool. That's a good idea. Yeah.
That
All
would
right.
be fucking
2,000.
awesome, dude.
All of you, sign up
Yeah. Please.
right now. Okay. Well, this is also, it does tap into a fantasy of mine too that I don't know if this is like who I am or who I wish I had a little bit more of, but like that idea of, I joke about it, but having a bus or like a mobile home or whatever that you can just take on the road and go and drive and see different shit and travel and tour bus and whatever. Like, there is part of me that either like wants to like that or really like
That's
that.
where I start to go. I wonder that's kind of, I think, the most compelling argument for the alternate universe. Everything has been lived out a million times because I really feel this like pulling even like all the choices of being like, oh man, like I could see myself going to like a giant university for college, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some 50,000. Like I got into U of A, and I was like, I could have gone there with 50-something thousand people. It's like, but instead I went to like a smaller Irish school. Like
I do have a question. Is there a fucking tugboat outside, like going through a transportation
Take a
canal?
peek.
There is
See
so
what's
much happening.
I only heard it. I'm sure it's not.
I've been hearing it. But if it is a tugboat.
Yeah, then we got a situation.
I walk over to the window. I go, oh, it's a truck, of course. What a waste.
What would you do if you're like, there's water right up to the pane?
We got to finish the episode.
Yeah, let's finish the episode. Save it.
But there is a part of me that's like, I feel like I've either lived these lives before. Maybe that's that thing is where you just think when you're a kid, you're like, I can do anything. And then you realize like you start I mean, it's crazy.
Right?
Now.
Yeah.
So it's
Someone is so
sustained.
mad at
There
her.
has to be
They-
somebody shitting in the street.
Maybe it's one of those people doing the like putting gas, into the
Dude, I almost killed a homeless man last night, and I think
for
it was
fun?
a man. No, I was on the FDR, and it was kind of moving. It was like doing 35 or whatever, still a lot of cars, and this guy in just full drab, so he was 100% might as well have been the skyline, standing in the middle of the fucking FDR, which is so tight as is. Both me and the car next to me were like, boo, and like bowed out at the
Whoa.
exact same time. And we're super lucky that it like didn't have a guardrail right there because there was a merge ramp. And then there was also another thing on this side.
Oh my god.
it sounds like a clear. That was an
There's-
anger. That was an
there's-
anger rev.
Yeah.
There's a conflict happening. out there.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Ugh.
But yeah, I almost killed a man.
But
That-
yeah,
that's always on the FDR.
So I think we couldn't do that though. Once a year, it's a lot of moving. It'd be
There-
a nice.
There is an
fantasy.
alternate dimension of you and I where that is us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think I said
And I
this.
feel it. Like
Yeah,
I
for
feel like
sure.
I have the memories of that, or like I know intimately what that experience is like. And I've said this before, I feel like I know what it feels like to die.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I don't know. It's very
Well, I do.
vague and
We've done
very.
DMT, so technically we do.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like very far away, but it's like a sense that I'm like, oh yeah, that's what, like I've experienced that before.
That's crazy. I mean, not crazy, but it's like for all of the years that I've known you, that is like that's like a personality trait that's incredibly interesting that you've never mentioned before. That you're like,
No.
I feel like
Just
I
ask
know
me
what
once.
it's like.
Yeah.
I've never even thought of asking you if you know what it feels like to die.
Dude, Feeney is one of those like puddles right off the curb that you like think, it's probably like right up to the insole of my shoe. You step in it and then you fall into
Yeah.
a 30-foot abyss.
Yeah, you
The
groundhog.
deep well of
Day it.
knowledge.
Yeah. Well, and then
Feeney
sometimes,
is the
and then
puddle
sometimes
from
the,
Groundhog
and then
Day.
sometimes the,
Yeah.
the puddle it shuts closed.
Yeah, like in Bruce Almighty.
Yes, it's the Feeney is the puddle from Bruce Almighty.
We love movies.
I hope that answered your question.
Got a shot.
I love how we just get into we're like
Hilarious,
move
dude.
once a month and then we
It's
get into
hilarious.
existential points of our own personality. Like, what's true?
When we have live shows, we should do that thing where the microphone is set up in between everybody, and they go, and we go, okay, next, and then someone asks us a question.
Yeah, like
and
a town hall.
They have to stand there for the full 30 minutes of us being like, well, what is quantum leap? If what technically, what would happen to my balls?
If not for my subconscious homosexuality, would I have taken a right turn?
We go, did that answer your question? She's like, my legs are killing me.
At Josh, next question. If you were given the chance to find out if God was real, would you take it? If you choose not to take it, you'll live life like you are now, no consequences. If you decide yes, let me find out if God is real, here are the consequences. Oh dear. If God is actually real, God will appear before you, and it will be so much for your senses that your eyes burn out of your face and your ears completely blow out. But you'll live the rest of your life knowing that an omnipotent being has a cozy afterlife prepared for you and your loved ones. If God is not real, then poof, nothing happens, and now you're an atheist. Do you want to find out if God is real?
No.
No, because it's like, then either way, my life is, I mean, well, I guess if God's real, then my life is over, which already kind of sucks.
Right.
I'm having
Yeah.
a good time. But
Well, if you can hear through our conversation, though, regardless if any of us are religious,
we're spiritual.
we're not
beings.
godless.
Yeah.
We talk about energy and all of that shit and intention and what we're putting out there and connection with other people, nature, all that stuff. We love hallucinogens. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not like it even matters. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Frankly, finding out that there's some fucking bearded lifeguard or whatever that is genuinely curious about how we each individually choose to live our lives, that would bum me out.
Yeah.
So no thanks.
Yeah.
It would bum me out. Just,
Fuck that guy.
Just like, fuck that guy.
For real, if that version of God exists, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I think it would always come down to that. No matter how many years it would take, you'll find yourself sitting in a chair going like, is there a guy fucking watching me right now? Fuck you, dude. You would get mad at that
Yeah.
guy.
And not only that, but cares as if we're making wrong decisions based on the hurdles that are presented. It's like if that God does not have all-encompassing empathy that understands exactly what it means to be human and how fragile we are and how traumatized at the blink of an eye we can be that can change the course of where we go.
Yeah.
It's like if that being does not understand that and is like, you fucked somebody in the ass. Hell, it's like,
Yeah.
fuck you and everybody you know.
I guess
that-
it depends on the God.
That's what makes me feel like it's not the case because that
it can't be.
seems-
It can't be.
It seems so archaic.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a God, he or she or they or them or blah are going are just being like, yeah, whatever. Just who gives a shit?
No, it wouldn't be.
God is Taoism.
Yeah, Blink
Yeah.
82 fan. Yeah, who cares, man? Let life rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
I think a God would not care what we're doing anymore.
Okay. I think he would. They would care. I think they would be all-encompassing empathy and be more ambivalent than positive, negative,
Yeah.
whatever, or love
Yeah.
forward. Like that. That's. I don't know. I'm getting too froofy, but that's like, that's what I think would push anything. It can't be anything.
You're on that New Testament shit.
I'm on
Yeah.
that new, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that old spiteful God, Old Testament God.
The Drought 2.
yeah.
God's the Drought.
God's the Drought too. Yeah.
Right.
Right after Corinthians. Do you have the book? You do.
Yeah.
Book of the Bible.
Are we out of questions?
Yeah. Do you want to read it? Nice.
Sure.
Again, here's the scenario.com for all things pod. We have Patreon. We do 2 bonus episodes every single week. One similar in structure to this show, a bit looser, a bit more out of control because it's behind a paywall. And then Friday, we have our show, Blunts with the Boys. It is a Patreon favorite. It's
So
pretty much
fun.
Irish Goodbye podcast. It's loose. It's storytelling. It's everything you love about us and our infighting. Plus all of the additional individual content that we all shoot. I just did another poker episode, Heads Up with Mike Cannon, with one Ariel Shafir, and that'll be up on the Patreon
Is that his
very
full
soon.
name?
No, but I say that.
Is Ari a full name?
Ari is his
think
full
it
name,
is.
but his Yiddish name is like Achvetapatapaf.
Yeah.
He told me it the other day, and I was like, oh, that was.
It'd be funny if he was German. Arichtenstein.
Yeah.
So that's going to be up there. Feeney does his podcast, Snarky, and he has a bonus like 25 minutes sometimes, which is awesome. Straight for the Patreon people. SagdaddyDaGawd got his hip hops and his raps and his weight loss vlog that is now a success story.
I know. I got to make that last episode, dude.
Yeah.
I got to really fucking show it.
Well, how much are you down? Tell the people.
15 pounds.
Motherfucker, I'm ill.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
You might be just sick.
I feel sick. You know, I feel weak, but I'm looking good.
That's what it's, you're like Kelly Kapoor in the weight loss.
Yeah.
episode. Get away from me.
Yeah, just cut to Creed. That wasn't a tapeworm. And he just cut to Creed and he goes, he's not doing keto. That wasn't keto. No,
That was a keto.
All of us got a bunch of road dates coming up as well. This weekend, actually, this is fucking...
we got to plug our show.
But I was just I'll be in Cleveland. Then I got stuff leading up to my special taping in New York. We're going to be, Sagalow and I are going to be in Michigan. We're doing a run in Holland, Michigan, all the way to Grand Rapids to Detroit, and then back to New York City for my comedy special taping at the Triad Theater. Get tickets. The last one is the late one is 3/4 sold. First one is about 60% sold.
Yes.
So we're trying to move these tickets. We're doing a bunch of pods. Get the word out there. Again, like I said, if you're a fan, if you want to see this, the best time to see this hour is fucking in person at the special taping.
Yeah.
It's not in flux. It's done. This is the show.
Yeah.
This is the hour. You know what I mean? And of course, I want everybody to watch it once it's out, but the live show is fucking where it's at. So if you live anywhere near New York or have the funds to come here, come on out.
Hell yeah.
February 18th, MikeCannonComedy.com.
Oh, MikeFeeneyComedy.com. I've been going crazy on Twitch lately. So twitch.tv/NYFreshmaker. Now I'm streaming with Louis J. Gomez. I'm streaming with Tim Butterly all the time. We were just recapping last night how much fun, again, we had at Skankfest and how crazy Vegas is going to be. We were playing Rocket League. So we've been playing a lot on there. So get on there, twitch.tv/NYFreshmaker. It's free, unless you want to subscribe, which is nice. And check out Snarky as well if you haven't checked it out, and which is on my YouTube, where you can also watch Rage Against the Routine. And also come see all three of us live at our show in Emaus,
Pennsylvania. Emaus
on
Theater.
March 26th. The tickets, if you go to Emaus Theater's website,
Or
tickets
ours.
are already on sale. Oh, yeah, or either of ours, actually. Yeah, it is up there. And it's on yours,
And
too?
it's my birthday weekend.
I think so.
Get it up there.
I think it is. I think it is.
Nicole, pull it up.
Get it up there.
Probably not.
Got it.
It's probably I probably have
ahead
dates
and-
from like 2 weeks ago.
Get it up there.
Go ahead and get it up.
Also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/SagdaddyDaGawd, and Instagram and Twitter and blah, blah, blah. Don't really got anything coming up. So come out
Yes,
to,
you do.
no, it's like 2 months.
All my
Oh,
All his road. No, I still have Boston. More dates coming, just to let them know. My website sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks, dude.
why is here in all capitals?
I don't know.
Go down there.
Because that's where you
Tickets here!
you can click the link there.
Oh.
That's the worst calendar I've ever seen in the history of comedy websites.
It's really terrible. It
That's
looks
fucking
Huey
looks like a
Bree.
MySpace.
Join my
page.
mailing list. Who wants to get mail from this guy?
I haven't sent
Nicole's
them.
signing up right
Nicole's signing up. I haven't had
Have you ever sent one out?
I was, and then people just started dropping out.
Unsubscribing?
So to keep them, you don't contact them.
Exactly.
That's something, dude.
I won't bother
Unless I
the
have
shit
something-
out of you. It says I won't bother the shit out of
Yeah, this is very unprofessional. Cerna style. Email me.
you. Is there no apostrophe after the N and won't?
Yeah. Look, I mean, I did all this fucking.
What'd
I
you
haven't
do? What'd you
touched
do?
this thing in years.
What'd you
All this before you that I have
I-
created.
Yeah, it's bad.
The fact that this is still loading is crazy.
Why won't it enter? People have been trying for months to sign up. Years. And it's just spinning.
It's still just spinning.
It's like, are you sure?
That's
10
that's
million
my career
people
right
have
there.
been turned away at the door. Just when 4 happened, you could have toured the nation. You had no idea.
That is crazy. Let's see if just keep that window open on the side, and by the end of the episode, or at any point, let us know if that comes through.
Let's see where we're at.
It's fucking hilarious. I won't bother the shit out of you. What's wrong with me?
Brendan.
That's
the
so
saddest
funny.
boy of all time.
He's like, that's so funny.
Like, oh man, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
just
good.
starts picking out nose hairs.
Oh, do you do that?
No, you
I
do.
Yeah.
Pick out nose
Do I
hairs.
do it in public?
Yeah,
When?
all the time.
Oh,
You do?
No,
I do.
I've never.
You do.
I don't have nose hairs. I have the cilia. We all got that.
What's Cecilia?
Cilia's no Cecilia. Cecilia. It's the little hairs in your nose that like stop like germs and infections
Whoa,
and stuff from
That's
coming
nose
in.
hair.
Yeah, but it's not like I don't get like long. I don't get pickable
That's
nose
'cause you
hairs. They're
never
very
did coke.
thin.
Little
I'm
spider
convinced.
legs.
I'm
Yeah.
convinced
Kind of.
that cocaine grows nose hair. Like there was some times where I didn't have nose hair before I started doing coke, and then all of a sudden it was like coming down.
Really?
Like I had a Hasidic nose.
Can you, Nicole? Can you look that up? If cocaine
Yeah, does
grows nose
cocaine
hair?
grows no hair?
Actually, I will be. I will
grows
be answering
no hair
that.
is probably the right answer.
I'm actually going to be answering that in my email that I send out. So no, don't worry about it, Nicole. I got you now.
Yeah, we'll
Still
see.
loading.
We'll see. Oh man,
I'll check.
Brendan's whole website is a 404 not found.
That's so funny, dude. Definitely not secure. 404. I'm seeing if it did come in, and that's just spinning. It did not. Okay.
Looks like I've got work to do tonight.
Oh, better put on the old,
Better
the
put on
old
the yeah.
typing glasses.
Okay.
Don't you do that to me?
Sorry about that. If you could choose the music at your own funeral, what would it be, and who would play it?
Oh, live?
That's a good question. I guess, yeah. I mean, you can even say like a jukebark would play it.
Juke bark?
A juke. What is jukebox?
Are you okay? Is this website thing crushing you? A juke bark?
No,
Dude,
Did
he
you say
said
bark?
He went
bar.
to wipe his forehead. He went a juke bark. Like, just got the bottom of his
juke bar is what I said because of those fucking guys that
That is, yeah, it's a physical bar.
it's a physical
Yeah.
bar. Like a jukebox.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Mhm.
I would let the bodies hit the floor. Let the
Drowning pool.
Is that what that's called?
That's the name of the band. Bodies is the name.
That would be cool. I don't even like that kind of music, but I feel like that would be fun to kind of rock out to and would release a lot of the
Yeah,
angst. And,
that's why that music's great.
Yeah.
Is because of that.
Well, especially because it's sad, right? But to hear that kind of automatically flushes you
Yeah.
a little bit. And not, am I right?
All of that, like,
Lost
I don't know, like going to like Slipknot shows and stuff. It's just there's an energy with like metal music that is so different than an energy from a rap show, which is so different from an energy at an EDM show. They're all totally different energies, but there is a group energy. Like even with the metal, like, I don't know, like EDM, it's like everybody's happy, everyone's making out, people are kissing, it's all love. And then when you're at a metal show, it's not like people are like, I want to fight. People are like, this fucking rocks so hard, I gotta fucking like just fucking start shoving people around me. And then there's like one asshole that gets too like he doesn't like to get it and then just starts fucking punching people. But it's like it's for the most part just like how fucking crazy is this? Like it's that's what it's gonna be like when I fucking see Metallica sometime. I'm gonna just be going crazy. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll have Metallica do a fucking
play like one at your funeral.
Yeah, that would just play the entire. What about that song? Is the song "Until It Sleeps" by them?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I maybe I'll do "Cleaning Out My Closet" by Eminem.
That would
and
be
have
great.
him with the shovel and the guinea tea in the rain,
in the whole
shoveling my
thing.
grave.
Guinea tea is hilarious.
Is that not what you call it?
Wife beater.
Oh, really? Yeah, I call it guinea tea. I don't know why.
They're both offensive.
Yeah.
Both terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
the PR for the
Like, I
that
would literally,
piece of clothing.
You know,
I would literally
What
say,
about WAP bikini?
Wapware? Wapware?
Wapware.
I would literally go up to like in a clothing store. I'd be like, "Where are the wife beaters?" Like I would say, like I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Where are your under tank tops?"
Yeah, she
you know?
points to the manager.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, he's at home. Yeah, waiting for me. How'd you know? Your black eye, sweetheart. Anyway.
Your black guy, come with me. What was I gonna? You know what I would do at my funeral? I want a full orchestra to play like a bunch of those old, like I know that's the wedding song, but the canon in D.
Yeah, this guy has it on like in the middle of his fucking playlist. Like, it'll have like
You
some.
want to get married so bad.
Oh, so
No,
bad.
no.
He wants to be the bride.
And then, yeah, I'm always the bridesmaid.
Can you
And
imagine
then,
Brendan in a wedding dress with his fucking top tit tattoo coming out of the top?
yeah,
Man, that'd be nice.
and then after they do the whole thing about, talking about me, the lights go out, fucking spotlight, orchestra starts playing, fucking Gangster's Paradise, Coolio comes out.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome, dude. And then everybody leaves.
And forgets why they were there.
They're like, that was an
Wow, that-
concert.
That Coolio funeral was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. After he performs, he goes around with a hat to collect tips.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It would be funny to have something just completely not like associated, like to get like Kendrick Lamar to come out and sing like DNA, like something that's like he's like, it's not for me or anyone who looks like me.
Yeah.
But then he plays it there and people are like, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, like replace the words with things that are like relevant, like blam, blam. Mike Feeney's funeral, blam, blam.
I got royalty and loyalty and Irish inside my DNA.
Awesome.
Oh, actually, you know what? To piggyback off the Nick Swartzen bit, I would have John Stamos, and I would want him to play the Jesse and the Rippers song forever.
That would be awesome.
If every word I say could make you laugh, I'd talk forever. You don't remember that song?
No.
I remember the episode.
I watched Full House so sparingly.
That video, do you remember the video? It's like him in a bed with Aunt Becky, and they're like both barefoot, like hugging each other
Whoa.
with jeans and white t-shirt. It's so weird. It's like a music video in the middle of an episode of Full House. Aunt Becky used to make me rock hard.
She was so hot.
Yeah.
She was so fucking hot.
Then she spit out twins and
Damn, if Nick Swartzen dies before John Stamos,
John Stamos has to go.
he has to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be epic.
All right.
If you had to sleep with someone you despise in exchange for one thing, what is it? And what is it that you would demand? Do you guys
Money.
despise anyone?
A lot, more than not.
A lot of money, yeah.
Yeah, it would just be money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or a home. You know?
A home would be
house.
great, like a fully paid mansion
Oh.
would be awesome.
That'd be cool.
Just a sick.
I don't want a
open-
mansion.
I want like a 5-bedroom.
5.
It's just excess.
Do you think but here's the fuckery with this, right? Is you get the 5-bedroom house,
Yeah.
and then you're making whatever you're making now. You got to fill that
You gotta
fucking
pay
5-bedroom
taxes.
and
Well,
taxes.
I mean, realistically, if I were looking for a house now, I'd look for like a 3-bedroom. But if
Yeah.
I'm doing something to get something, I'd be like, give me like 5, and then you could have like a room that you keep for when people come over. And then you have an office takes up 1, and then it's like you can just put like computer in another. Like you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. But it has
Yeah,
a big open concept, kitchen island, in-ground pool, a lot of light, like a lot of natural light.
so a
Yeah.
home to your specifications.
yes.
A
That
home
would
to
be-
my specifications
That would be cool.
awesome.
Home to my specifications.
I want a like
title.
a really big like living area just for when it's Christmas. You have that huge tree in the corner.
Dude,
Yeah, high ceilings.
the
Yeah,
best.
ceilings.
And I don't know what you're picturing right now when you say that, but that immediately made me think of Home Alone 2 and the Plaza Hotel. The morning of Christmas,
Yeah.
which is so preposterous that they had fucking 700 gifts laying out as if anybody would have given them anything. Where did that come
Charged
from?
them.
Who?
They would have charged
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
who orchestrated
They,
this?
we'll add it to your room tab.
What did Tim Curry feel bad about his treatment and was like, all right, there you go. Like, I don't get it.
I believe that's still loading. And
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Your site stinks.
It's kind of like stressing me out.
I know. You've been off your game since it
Yeah,
started.
can we just fucking get rid of that, please?
But keep it open in case.
Yeah.
Keep it open.
Because
Yeah.
it would be nice if at like the 59th.
Stop.
Nicole's becoming more mischievous.
Yeah.
It really knows how to fuck with us.
It's the yeah.
Well, ever since all of us did mushrooms in front of her and just revealed all of our insecurities,
Uh-huh.
she's got the key to hurt us.
Yeah. She's like, I've seen these gods bleed.
Yeah, she really has. She's like, oh, you shut down pretty early, huh? She's like, you didn't really speak.
Talk about that on the Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be fun. If you had to spy on your own country for another country, which nation would you do it for? Europe.
The country.
Can we take a moment of silence?
That's a continent.
For Brendan's final brain cell.
That's a continent.
That is insane.
So embarrassing. I'm
dude.
getting more embarrassed when I say things just to say things. You know? As I should.
I think there would be a strong benefit in waiting like a second or
Thinking.
two. Thinking.
I
before
disagree. I
thinking.
think it adds a lot to the show.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah. I just mean like I would.
To him personally.
Yes, for his
yes,
mental
yes.
well-being.
those are just the two
I don't know.
wolves that are
I do think it's why people love you too. I think
'Cause I
it's-
just talk?
'cause You just say. You just say.
those are the
There
two
has
wolves
to
that
be
are pulling in
There
my body.
has to be
Yeah.
a ceiling to that, though,
Yeah.
right?
Brendan's like that kid who like
Oh, it's all gonna come
while,
crashing down.
While playing baseball for the first time and walking to the plate was already swinging because he figured like
Yeah.
I might as well get started. Like,
Yeah,
He struck out 3 times on one pitch.
Brendan, they give it to me. You just stop swinging.
Go to
You can-
first.
Yeah,
Go to
just,
first.
just walk to first.
that is it. Wow. The Brendan swings so much he goes to first.
Yeah.
I do. It is a.
I'm
there is
swinging
a,
my way into success.
It is like you said though, because it is an endearing quality, and I think a lot of people are like, he has like an everyman quality to it and stuff. There is a level though of like,
I can't believe this is every man.
I'm
and
everyone.
you've traveled the
I
country.
know.
It's all in
It's more him than
me.
no.
This is the state of America.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
and here's the best part. Brendan is already tuned out. He got the compliment. He is no longer listening. He's literally singing. He just started singing into the
He
microphone.
doesn't want to hear a word we're saying.
If you say but, it will crush me. If you say but, it will be the end of me.
Instead, there's a
Nice.
there's a ceiling that some people at some point are going to be like, maybe you're going to encourage a whole generation of people to do stand up because they're like, I thought you had to be like a professional. Like this is like you could just do and say whatever you want. You could have misspellings and captions just
Now he's hurt.
not even
Like,
close to
that's
the
not
right word.
It's funny. Feeney does a really good job on fucking knocking things that I'm personally trying to do better myself.
Like spelling?
So, well, yes, like checking my
But he gets
grammar.
excited. He gets
and all that
excited,
stuff.
and we've talked about this. You get excited. You're like
You're
come
like
up with-
JoJo, the idiot circus boy.
Yeah.
But it's
new pet.
But it's like behind these curtains, I am trying to be better and everything and da. And then you just have a great job of being like, you're still this guy, and it sends me into a fucking. I panic.
well, because you don't look at the grammar though.
Well, I just haven't checked.
I don't mean that. That's probably old.
Style was supposed to do. We're supposed to contact, so I got to email him
Yeah.
again. But
Yeah, he's a politician. He's busy.
am I talking to Joe Biden?
yeah. That's
Joe Biden,
that's
can you
Joe
please
Biden's
help
dark
design
web
my
page.
website?
Yeah, it's really easy.
Hey, man.
Hey, man,
You got to learn HTML, man.
you got to put a comma before the D here, man.
You stupid son of a bitch.
yeah.
Yeah, he's talking to me.
That's a pretty good Joe
Yeah,
Biden.
he's talking to me. Spell check, you stupid son of a bitch.
Which he apologized for.
Inflation is great.
Inflation's crazy, isn't it?
Dude, I have a feeling that one day when he like tries to John Wayne somebody, his nose is gonna fall off. Like just leprosy just takes his nose right off.
So
his
wait,
face.
what was this? So okay, so we were talking about if you're going to spy on on America for another country,
Who would you do it for?
China?
China.
I feel like the biggest financial windfalls are either China or Russia.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna get you more stuff?
I feel like Russia is going to fail and China is going to
Oh,
take over.
you heard it here first, Soviets.
Russia is always fucking they're just they're just phonies, dude. They're always fucking flashing the piece, but they're never shooting it. Whereas China is staying low in the cut. We don't really hear about it. We know that they're a fucking menace. We know we got beef with them.
We know they control the world's economy.
We know,
They
yeah,
have
there's
way more
something
people
about 'em.
than us.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons when Homer's like, I want to see what the Asian guy does. That's China. And then
Asian?
and the minute we look away, oh, Marge.
Yeah, I guess there is a windfall to be had with China for sure.
Sure.
I would.
I
would-
personally wouldn't go out on a limb and call Russians pussies, but you know,
I would
that's
like to
Brendan T. Sagalow.
I would like to propose this as a thing, which I know it's not its own country, obviously, but the state of Hawaii. I'd like to go there because when I was there, the one thing that felt very clear was that they are not fans of America. Like they don't really have a choice.
Do you know who they hate more?
Who?
Japanese. Dude, Hawaii is so beautiful that there's like no real like graffiti or anything. Like, and then when I went to Big Island and I went to a public bathroom to piss, the inside of the stalls were all Japanese racists, like shit, like
Whoa.
crazy stuff against the Japanese. And I guess it makes sense because of Pearl Harbor or whatever. But I mean, I didn't know it was so ingrained in their culture that it's a current thing.
Yeah.
But I also think they're heavy tourists there too because of all the fancy shops.
Close, yeah, but that's the other weird part to me that was like they were all every tour guide or anybody that I talked to, it was kind of like, yeah, you know, you guys, like, you know, we were being attacked and then you guys came in and were like, give us autonomous power. We'll give it right back after we defeat them for you. And they're like, you promise? And we're like, 100%, dude. I wouldn't fuck you over. And then they eradicated whatever conflict was incoming. And then they're like, so can we have the power back? And they go, we'll let you know.
Have you guys seen these beaches?
Yeah. Check back in like 200 or 300
We
years.
have some Elvis movies.
And so
film.
so I would be like, I'll go to Hawaii and be like, listen, I'll spy on America for you and figure out how you guys can become your own little thing again. You
Okay.
can become your own little
I call
country.
Puerto Rico.
Oh, I like Puerto Rico. a lot.
Yeah. The same thing. Espionage.
Yeah. But then you gotta speak Spanish. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Was that not perfect Spanish?
I think I would spy for North Korea.
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of just flashing the piece and never using it.
Yeah.
Well, I think I would.
They
Also, the
they
Soviets have been in like the Cold War. There's been like actual wars. they've
Also,
been in.
North Korea flashes the piece and the barrel falls off.
Yeah, it's got the orange tip.
I just think I could live really well out there. Like they would really help me out, and then like all of their
It
people.
would really help me. Wait a minute.
All their people have to be brainwashed into liking their leaders. So
Sure.
I think, and I would love and what we're gonna tie in the minute I die while I'm in North Korea funeral. They're all crying for me. The whole nation.
Oh,
is crying
they force
for me.
them to act the
Lights go out. Coolio.
Name three things about North Korea.
They got buildings.
Yep.
Kim Jong Un
True. Right?
and
They got buildings. I'm gonna have to take
No,
that one off.
that's
'cause
one.
That's
That's one.
everywhere.
That is-
U.S.
Dude, he can't come up with a third.
Kim Jong Un,
He can't do
Kim
it.
Jong Il. There you go. And Dennis Rodman.
What about him?
He hung out with. He hung
Brendan's native tongue came out.
I'm sorry.
Brendan really is one of the kids from Pinocchio.
I was just about to say that.
I was just about to say that.
He hung out with Kim Jong Il or whatever.
Is it a?
And I could be Brendan Sagalow.
Is it an island or a peninsula, or is it just on the coast? Is it like what?
North Korea is a big, North and South Korea are a big continent, right? And then it's separate right down the middle.
No, they're
Yeah,
not-
it goes like
they're not
this.
a big continent.
Asia is a continent.
Okay, so
It's in
Asia's the
Asia.
continent.
Yeah.
Then what would you call this? Just a big.
Now wait,
That was
what's
a country.
no? Yeah.
That was a woman. You were describing with your hands.
and
Now-
Korea is
Yeah.
really, if you know what I mean.
And now, but like geographically, does it look like New York? Does it look like Florida? Does it look like California? Like what is it? You know how Florida's a peninsula because it's got water on three sides of it.
Yeah,
Long Island's an island because it's water on all
I think
sides
it's
of it.
it's an island. right? North and South Korea are just a big island. Like,
Attached to nothing. It's a peninsula. But
oh, it is a peninsula. Look at that.
what the hell is Liaoning?
Wow, it's Asia's Florida, huh?
Yeah. That's why. Oh, South Korea is supposed to be all.
Man,
this
North
stuff.
Korea is
But it's
huge.
It's a little smaller.
It's not huge. Zoom
Look
out.
at-
It's
well, look at
very
it.
small. It's not big compared
She
to.
zooms out of the. That's hilarious.
Got her.
Damn.
Wow.
Sea of Japan.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
Brendan
well,
chooses North Korea.
you guys all chose funny ones.
I did. What did I pick?
I don't remember.
I don't
What did you pick?
I think I said China or Russia.
China.
and we all went on everything.
You said China.
yeah.
You want to do one more?
Sure.
We need many more.
Now let's do 4 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Time is not moving.
No.
If you have to,
It's been a good ep though. I'm having
I
fun.
think so.
me too.
Nicole, where are we at? Is it loaded? Nope. Still there. All right. Let's go back.
Stop showing me that. Let's just do it at the end because it really is fucking with me.
I know.
Okay. All right.
It's almost like that's the point.
It's almost like that's the point.
Brendan, for the first time, realized.
It's almost like
Wait a
that's
minute.
The point.
I am the bit.
Wait a minute. They're all laughing at me.
But they definitely still think I'm smart, right?
Yeah. Why would these 3 guys ever fight every once in a while? Okay. If you had to name your single worst fear, what would it be?
My son dying. Easily.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
yeah.
That's pretty.
Easily.
Can't really top it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I.
Obi Toppin.
Spiders.
Yeah. My email list not loading. I'm going through.
People not being able to get a hold of me for professional reasons.
And yet,
Oh,
All right. Now I feel like Nicole's a bad person.
yeah. This ain't cool, Nicole. This ain't cool, man.
No, you and Nicole are gonna have a talk.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
We're
how many
never
times-
talking.
how many
I just
times
feel like-
Brendan used to bring Lucas aside and be like, "Hey, fella."
Yeah. Stupid. Did I do that? I think I did that like once. I did that to Paco too. I was like, fuck you, dude. I was like, I'm fucking done with you. You don't get it. I think it's a strength to be able to tell people how you feel and be sensitive.
Hey, man, you're the
We're
best.
having fun.
You're the best.
Thank you.
This fucking guy.
I'm ripping this book in half, dude. I can feel myself bending it.
What are what's your mood now? Mad or embarrassed?
Embarrassed.
Oh, okay.
Of-
That we can correct. The mad would be out of place.
What? What are you mad
That's
about?
that's
Let's
what
talk.
that's what
Oh,
gets me about you is that you admit you're
I have tone-
embarrassed.
I have tone issues.
It's not tone, it's face, it's everything.
Face and
It's
tone.
face, tone,
Face toner.
thought, everything. Because he embarrassed or
Embarrassed,
whatever.
we can work.
And
with.
you said embarrassed, and you said something else that
I
wasn't.
said embarrassed. We can work
Right.
on angry. Then it's like if you're angry, then
And then you looked away.
Uh-huh.
You didn't even see his face because
no.
his
Well,
face was
here's the
literally.
Here's
he went,
the issue. You're taking that personally about you. I'm making a face because I hate myself. That I.
oh,
just
that was
did
an I hate myself face,
It's
not
always-
eye roll the size of a fucking.
It's
globe.
always I hate that I put myself in and this happened.
Then this is what we talked about last week. Communicate your emotions correctly.
I know.
Your face said otherwise.
Oh, if I
I
would have saw
know.
that, I would have got so mad.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Thank you for getting mad for me.
Hey,
How
buddy,
about that?
I'm getting mad for everybody.
I would hate.
That's my role here.
Okay. If you had to describe the single worst thing a friend could do to you, what would it be?
Keep pulling back my email list on my website. Oh, look at this! Look what she
Oh.
made you.
Oh, wow, that was quick.
Yeah, she definitely made it in
really-
Photoshop and didn't Google it.
Damn.
Oh, that was sweet. That was sweet. I like that it's like Nicole doesn't talk. She's like a little robot that we have.
What, a Roomba?
Oh, she's our Roomba.
A Robin.
Okay, here we go. If you were to invent an award to give to one commercial company, which one would you award and for what?
None of them. And we just talked about this outside when we were on mushrooms, and we'll tell the full story on Patreon. But when we were on mushrooms, we were watching TV at the end and commercial. This is the second time that I've like watched TV on mushrooms. I never do that. Ever.
I do it all the time.
I know. It's only been with you that I've done that.
Yeah.
So and both times I've had the same problem where we watch these commercials and I start getting angry because I'm like, who the fuck gave these people permission to talk to us like this?
Yeah.
To just shake keys in our face.
Yeah.
Like we're a bunch of fucking idiot dogs. And like mock us. Like be like, you're too dumb to say no to this.
Yeah.
Get in your car and shove this down your face.
I feel I'm almost like I get in. I look at the companies and I go, this was the best commercial you could write. This was the funniest thing you could come up with. You're a fucking auto insurance company. You're worth millions and millions of dollars. You can't pay someone to come up with something funnier than like a 56th flow commercial.
But it can't be too funny. It can't. It's got to be like
there's some good funny. Even I was thinking has great commercials is Red Bull. Because they purposely now, who are Red Bull's clientele? A lot of it is like it's like, well, listen, we've all drank Red Bull and stuff, but I'm saying like it used to be like when people think of Red Bull, they think of like Red Bull vodka, like Jersey party, like or like truckers, rest stops, that kind of a thing. But they have never embraced that clientele. They just do their like lo-fi like artist drawings that are like animated, really like low budget. And then they just have like a silly, funny thing. They have it gives you wings, and then it hits those notes, and it's always like a little original. There's that other one that just came out where there's like him and it's like two guys in the Serengeti or something, and there's the lion, and he's like, I'm gonna have a Red Bull. And he goes, you're not going to be able to outrun a lion. He goes, I don't have to be faster than a lion, just faster than you. And then he fucking runs and he gets away there.
Yeah, I think.
Are you wearing a Red Bull shirt on?
Yeah,
it is very funny though, because when we
buy my Red Bull NFT.
When we were on mushrooms and we were just shitting on every commercial, Red Bull came on, and we acted like, no, Red Bull's cool.
Yeah,
we were like,
keeps us up.
Yeah. It was like Red Bull's like our boy, We're like, nah, he's cool. And then the next commercial we were
fuck Applebee's.
Yeah, the Applebee's commercials are rough.
It is rough because it's just casino people eating on TV, and it's like nobody wants to look at this.
Oh my god, fucking.
They try to make it sound. Applebee's tries to level up. They try to act like they're like a local. Eating good in the neighborhood, you're just one of us, and this is like an upscale casual dining, and you're like, but you're not. Just be what you are. Like McDonald's is not like white tablecloth. Fucking just be what you are, man.
Yeah, and it also you can really hear in the commercial them talking to like that part of America, where they're like, come on in and enjoy
but talking down to them.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
brutally looking in their face, calling them fat fucks and saying you can't resist this. It's cheap.
Poor. Yeah, and that's the thing too, where you go like, it's such an interesting case study in terms of like, people, because if you think about, when people come to New York, like go to Times Square and watch the amount of people that go into the Olive Garden and to Applebee's and McDonald's and all that other stuff, where it's like they're in this one of the best cities in the world for food. And I understand it could be a thing where there's like thousands, there's so many options, it's overwhelming for people. But now with the internet, it's like it's not. Like you can look up, I want to try Korean food, and there's like 100 of the best Korean places you've ever had in your life. And you could easily find that up. But comfort and just, I know what I'm going to get with Applebee's because it's the same every single time, just like McDonald's. That's the whole reason McDonald's took off. It's like, it's exactly the same every single time. So they're like, I'd rather not risk trying something that I might not like when I know for a fact I'll like this, even if I know it's not as good quality. And that is a very strange way of thinking that I think most of America and a lot of people think that way, because that's like the same thing with like having a job where they're like, I don't enjoy doing this job, being an accountant or whatever, but it's a safe job. Yeah. And I know I can still do this instead of doing the thing I might actually want to do, which is a giant risk.
I mean, technically, that's why I rewatch things so much. Like,
it's
not a part of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a comfort thing.
Yeah.
It's being like, I
hear that, America? We've figured you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw that movie's Nightmare Alley, and you should see that. It is crazy. Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett. It's
she gets nude, right?
Rooney Mara or something like that.
Does Kate Blanchett get nude?
No, I don't think so. But it is.
I heard rumblings.
It's a great movie. It's like a remake of it's like from an old book from like the 20s or something. But it's
What is
fucking
it on?
awesome. It's in the movie theaters.
Oh.
But it's really good. He's like his fucking like a mentalist. You know, he's just a fucking scam artist, and it's awesome, dude. It's
Sweet.
fucking awesome.
I'll see it when I
Highly recommend.
can.
Hear
Maybe
that?
in Cleveland.
Hear that, Warner Brothers or whoever made that movie?
Warner Brother.
Guillermo del Toro.
If you could resolve any single dispute anywhere in the world, what would you solve? Any single dispute?
Israel and Pakistan.
Israel and penguins.
Not Israel and Palestine.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know Pakistan had beef with
I thought you were
didn't.
doing that on purpose. That's why I
No.
said penguins.
Oh, that was great. That was good. Good for you. Yes, ending the non-joke.
Yeah.
That was excellent. I got inhabited.
You're like
by
Bruce
you.
Lee. That's a good answer. I would probably,
I was kidding.
huh?
I was kidding. Let them fight it.
Russia and China. And us.
They seem like they're doing stuff together.
Russia,
now.
China, us, and North
This
Korea.
is geopolitical talk
Yeah.
with three retards.
Us with anybody?
Aren't they like sharing like some sort of military
Well, they
exhibitions
border
lately?
one another, so I'm sure
Yeah.
there's some.
They're like doing tests of equipment.
They're gonna
together,
be a
so-
super.
my
If
God.
they,
Woo!
dude, if they ever were like, let's combine forces and fuck shit up, it's like,
Yeah.
there's
It's cool.
simply nothing to be done
No.
outside of nuking half the world, which then they
I
could
mean,
also do.
we have enough nuclear weapons to destroy the world like 11 times over.
Oh my
Something.
God.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Jesus Christ.
That's the show, everybody. Brendan's website, did it go through?
Hey!
What a happy ending.
Wow, 58 minutes in, we got it.
Unreal. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Please
You
confirm.
really-
Wait, you have to confirm the
Oh,
subscription
no.
once you do that?
She clicks there and an owl
Yeah,
flies out of the TV.
And then it takes 12 more hours. Yay.
Big
Yeah.
mistake, buddy.
I don't know what's wrong
That's
with
funny.
that.
That's funny.
Wait, what's that?
By the
Why do you have your address on there?
Whoa, why is my address on there? Holy shit. All right, well, that's got to get fixed immediately.
Oh my god!
That's like where my mom lives.
Oh, stop saying
Can we cut that out? We got to cut this out.
it's everyone who's ever
Blur
signed up
this,
for your
keep the
email list.
audio.
We got to cut that out.
Good night, everybody.
Here's the Scenario is Mike Feeney, Mike Cannon, and Brendan Sagalow. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button Podcast. For more information about the show, visit here'sthescenario.com.
The scenario.